Today, we are talking about real life horrors. Welcome back, ghouls and gals. Today, we are talking all things disturbing documentaries. I have been consuming disturbing documentaries for as long as I can remember. I have some real doozies here for you today. So if you enjoy, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up, subscribe for more, check out all of my links down below if you'd like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. Today, I will be letting you know the length of the documentaries that I'm talking about and also where to find them. We are going to be covering all different kinds of disturbing media today, so strap in. And before I get into any of this, I am a huge fan of Louie Theroux. I have been keeping up with him since the My Scientology movie documentary years ago, and he's finally coming out with something new. It is about the manosphere, and I fear it is probably going to be quite disturbing. So put that on your radar. It should be coming out pretty soon. And unfortunately, a lot of these were released a while ago, but have themes that are still ringing true to this day. And in saying that, let's start off with our first documentary, Welcome to Leith, from 2015. In September 2012, the tiny prairie town of Leith, North Dakota, sees its population grow by one, a noted white supremacist. As the new residents' behavior comes more threatening, tensions soar, and Leith's residents desperately look for a way to expel their unwanted neighbor. This one runs for 85 minutes, and you can find it on Tubi. I feel it is such a relevant, being 11 years from release, this is more relevant than ever. This is one of those documentaries where you are watching like a whole domestic thing play out, but it's with neighbors, and you're just watching all of this unfold. And the population of this town is like less than 100 people, so everybody knows everybody, and everybody's in everybody's business, and it's just so scary how threatened these people feel by one person. Now imagine 11 years later how threatened people feel today. But moving on to Rewind from 2019. Digging through the vast collection of his father's home videos, a young man reconstructs the unthinkable story of his boyhood and exposes vile abuse passed through generations. This one is really upsetting. It's really sad. It is so hard to watch someone fill in the gaps of their life, and it just feels like you're watching someone's heartbreak in real time. It's really harrowing. Runs for about 86 minutes, and you can find this one on Prime Video. Okay, up next we have a Todd Phillips double feature. Yes, you heard that right. Todd Phillips, director of Joker and other movies. Let's begin with an absolutely wild ride at number 3, Hated, Gigi Allin and the Murder Junkies from 1993. An overview of the life of the most shocking, vile, and notorious punk rock legends. Now, this is only 50 minutes, but in the 50-minute runtime, you see so much. You can find this on Tubi. I'm just gonna leave this at, if you know Gigi Allin, you do see him poop on stage and do things with the poop. I'm gonna leave you at that. But let's move into another Todd Phillips documentary with Frat House from 1998. This one explores the darker side of frat life, filmed at Allentown, Pennsylvania's Muhlenberg College in the house of the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity. This one is only about an hour long, and good luck finding it because we had to search the depths, if you know what I mean, to find this documentary. But I am so unbelievably emetophobic. I have a hard time with vomit. I have always been this way. I've gotten better over the years. I am fine with like fake vomit because I know fake puke is fine. I know what it is. I see behind the scenes. Real puke, I have a really hard time with. I had no warning going into this one. I'm pretty sure someone eats throw up in this one. Not for me. But this is just like, it's disturbing in the way that you're seeing how the hazing rituals unfold. And poor Todd Phillips, like his partner in this like bowed out halfway through because things were just like too intense. It's only an hour long, but it's an hour of a lot. There is a movie called Pledge that I will recommend. It does star Nick Jonas, unfortunately, but it is one of the more disturbing frat house movies that I've seen. There's a scene in that movie where they put a rat on some guy's stomach and put a bucket over it, and they light the top of the bucket, like they make it hot, so the rat has nowhere to go, and I'm sure you know where the rat goes. This documentary is like 5 minutes away from that. Okay, the next 3 documentaries you guys have to watch together. Alex and I watched all of them in succession. They are so long. They are on YouTube, by the way. You can find all of these on YouTube. The Paradise Lost documentaries. And if you don't know about them, let's get into it. Starting off with Paradise Lost, The Child Murders at Robin Hood Hills from 1996. This one comes in at a whopping 150 minutes. A horrific triple child murder leads to an indictment and trial of 3 nonconformist boys based on questionable evidence. Now, this one is really upsetting, but what is even more upsetting is when we go 4 years later to Paradise Lost 2 Revelations from 2000. This one is 130 minutes, revisiting the 1994 Arkansas murder of 3 8-year-old boys and 3 teenagers convicted of the crime. A follow-up to Paradise Lost features new interviews with the convicted men, original judge, and police investigators. And then from there, we go 11 years after to Paradise Lost 3 Purgatory. At 121 minutes, a further investigation into the arrest of the 3 teens convicted of killing 3 young boys in Arkansas who spent nearly 20 years in prison before being released after new DNA evidence proves they may be innocent. These are really hard to watch. The crimes involve very young boys, and the descriptions of what happened to these young boys are incredibly disturbing to listen to. There is a person introduced into these documentaries who is, I believe, one of the boys' fathers. It's been a while since we saw them. I'm pretty sure it's one of the boys' fathers, but if you guys remember, I'm going to compare this guy to 2 people. He's half Joe Exotic, and if you guys watched the Natalia Grace documentary, he is like the adopted father of Natalia Grace, the like crazy squirrely guy. He's like a mixture of both of those guys. He is so guilty, it's not even funny, and the fact that like this man just keeps yapping and like incriminating himself, it's such a great watch for this man alone. But the story itself is so sad, it's so unforgiving, it's so cold. I believe we have them on DVD, but we did watch them on YouTube because it was a little more convenient to have all 3 parts. I think I only have part 2. But anyways, if you want a true crime documentary where you are going to feel all of the feelings and it will be worth your time, the runtime of all of them, like you are getting all of the story, these ones are definitely worth it. Check out all 3 Paradise Lost documentaries. And then finally, I have to give a huge shout out to Samhel, the director of our next documentary. This guy is cool as hell, okay? This guy makes some freaky shit. We were actually able to watch one of his new shorts. We got a screener from him. It is called Exhumed Cadaver Lover. I'm sure you know where that goes. It is quite disturbing. But that's a movie. And this is a documentary. So let's talk about I Cut Your Flesh. I will say you can buy the DVD for this on his website, and we are like coveting this. Like, we need to buy this. It's $12 right now. It's the shipping that kills me to Canada. Now, this just pretty much follows a girl in the extreme side of the BDSM kink community. This is all about body modifications in very up close and personal, disturbing ways. We are cutting, we are piercing, we are suspending, we are hanging, we are bleeding, we are doing everything that you think would happen in a film called I Cut Your Flesh. It happens. This is 77 minutes. This is not streaming anywhere. Once again, we found this literally on the ocean floor of movies, and we just happened to find out who Samhel was through this a while ago and become mutuals with him. But he's a very interesting documentarian, a very interesting filmmaker in the extreme horror space, and Alex and I are actually a little inspired by him to make a disturbing comedy, like a disturbing horror comedy short. I have a really big idea for that one, and I think if I can get the effects right, it will be so cool. But I will warn you, I Cut Your Flesh is not for the squeamish. It is not, like, it is pretty extreme. It is not for people who are like, if me with real puke, if you guys are like that with real blood, you will not like this one. And I'm giving you a warning because no one ever warns me about puke and things, so whatever. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you put something new to watch on your radar. Documentaries can get pretty heavy, and I feel like it's important to watch to see that there is darkness out there, because like everything just, it can't be butterflies and rainbows. It can't. I'm sorry. There's so much going on in the world right now, and we need to like continue to educate ourselves, and we need to continue to keep our eyes open. So if you like this list and you'd like more of these, let me know. I can definitely give you another list of more. Like, this started off as a top 5 and we ended with 8 movies, so I have a lot to talk about here. But I will see you for a new podcast episode and a new episode of Side Character Deep Dive later on next week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I love you. Sayonara, Spooky fam. And before I go, if you watch any of these, like, please take care of yourself mentally. Like, please take a break. Like, please just, like, give your brain a hug. Give yourself a hug.